Your next comedian comes up. She just returned from the Brantford Comedy Festival. Please welcome Marilla Wex.
Yeah, absolutely. Lovely to be back. I'd like to talk to you tonight about boobs. Good. We have some fans, that's good. Not just any old fun bags though. These tartars in particular. You may have noticed they're quite big. I'll stand sideways so you can get the full impact. 38 double D, which is, thank you, preposterous, given that I have size 6 feet. So, according to the laws of physics, I shouldn't actually be able to stand up without tipping forward. I am, in fact, the human embodiment of the drinking bird. I'm not going to lie to you, they've been getting on my nerves recently. I was going to say tits, that's redundant. I thought when I hit 40, they settle down a bit, you know, start playing nicely. I even lost weight over the summer, thinking that'll teach you a lesson. Not a bit of it. Still as unremittingly perky and desperate for attention as ever. They actually get bigger when I get my period, which is annoying, because then I catch them in my peripheral vision. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Oh, it's I got so annoyed at them once, I actually seriously considered getting a reduction, and my boyfriend at the time just burst into tears and said I was trying to ruin his life. True story. I've got to admit, though, they are a big hit with the guys, and babies who approach them with the exact same expression. Although my husband swears up and down he didn't notice them until we got naked for the first time, I distinctly remember him doing a double take, and he uttered the immortal words, "Where the fuck did those come from?" Like I'd been actively concealing them from him. Which is impossible without 24 yards of crepe bandage and some mad origami skills. Apparently. I don't know about you, but I didn't always have big boobs. That would be weird. I was a tiny child in grade school, to the extent that my nickname was Twiglet. Up until grade 6, when the titty fairy came. And then my nickname morphed overnight into Manzilla. I don't know if girls in Canada have the same trick that we have in England, where you put 2 pencils underneath to see if you've got big boobs. See if they fall out. I could actually carry a notebook under this one and a whole packet of pencils under that one, which was handy for quick sketches, but actually stopped me getting laid till I was 19. I still like to carry things in my bra though, you know, TTC pass, house keys, snacks. I don't deliberately carry snacks in my bra. It's just that if I'm not really careful, my food tends to move. My cleavage is in effect a crumb collection device. Which is handy when you go to the pictures, because a couple of hours later, when you get your kit off, your boobs are covered in melted chocolate bits of popcorn. Which is great for a midnight snack. In Japan, they've invented a bra that comes complete with collapsible, reusable chopsticks built in. Which is to reduce the use of disposable chopsticks and presumably increase the amount of women prepared to take the tops off and root around in their underwear in restaurants. So that's a win-win. I don't think the chopstick bra comes in my size. I'm the sad sack you see at the centre crawling around on the bottom shelf, desperately searching for something that doesn't look like scaffolding with a bit of lace thrown over it. I have to be quite careful when I buy my bras, because I've got what's known as a full cup, which basically means my boobs are spherical, and if I buy anything that's too low cut, I end up with 4 snack packs, or to all intents and purposes, an udder. I tried the minimiser bra, that's shit. That just smushes everything into a mono boob. I don't know about you, but I think that cow is sexier than circus freak. Just my 2 cents. So my bras tend to be vast and apparently quite alarming looking. I remember the first time I stayed over at one of my first boyfriend's parents' houses. His dad came into our room. We weren't doing anything, but I had left one of my bras in the middle of the floor. His dad physically recoiled from it, with a look on his face like he expected it to snap shut on his ankle like a bear trap. Or perhaps whisk him off into a nearby tree ready to be eviscerated by predator. He overreacted, is what I'm saying. Certain things are quite hard to do when you have brackage. Running, for example, you have to keep a hold of them or you could black your eye. Holding your arms. If you go over, that's just awkward. If you go under, they just look bigger. Walking through a crowded room without boob checking all and sundry. Virtually impossible. I don't like to take my movements too seriously. And to be quite frank, I don't appreciate it when other people treat them with too much respect. I actually finished with a boyfriend once because he was a little bit too earnest about my tatas. Now, if he'd said something like, "You've got great jugs," or, "What a fabulous pair of top bollocks," that would have been fine. What he actually said was, "You've got really nice breasts," which for me was the female equivalent of a cockadoodle downer. I'll leave you with this. I accept it that, you know, for a lot of men, well, some men, well, one guy, these were too much to handle. And I actually overheard him telling a friend of his that getting to second base with me was like climbing the north face of the Eiger. I thought that was a bit cheeky, but don't worry, I had the last laugh. I made sure he heard me telling my girlfriend that scoring a home run with him was a little bit like throwing a mouse in a cathedral. Don't mess with Mamzilla. I've been Marilla Wex, thank you very much.